The next discussion will be, a presentation will be on device descriptions, which will be presented by Lucas Berger, founding partner of ThinkTanks.com, specializing in mobile application development and software consulting. Mr. Berger.
Thank you. Good evening. So the first question here is basically, what is the D in BYOD? What is the description? And on the executive report, it basically says that for the purposes of BYOD, device means a privately owned wireless and or portable electronic piece of equipment that includes laptops, netbooks, tablets, slates, iPod touches, cell, and smartphones. I recognize this is an initial stab at what a device is, and so I tried to kind of think this through, and as I put it together, I noticed that it really broke down into three separate types of categories. You're basically looking at laptops or netbooks. These also include what are currently called Chromebooks, which are web-only books, and then tablets or slates, which is like the iPad, and then feature or smartphones. So we'll start by just going through very briefly and quickly exactly what is a laptop or netbook. These are basically, they have an operating system on them, either Mac OS, classically Windows, or also some form of Linux distribution. From a device standpoint or with a teacher, the first two might become a little bit more known to the teacher. The last one, there are all kinds of variants out there, including their own homegrown ones. So that can get a little bit complicated from a device perspective. As well, there's usually a keyboard associated with it, wired, Wi-Fi, or 3G access, and they usually come between 11 to 17 inches in display. They all have a camera or microphone. Well, not all, almost all of them have a camera or microphone nowadays, and many of them have a device drive where you can load media or save media, as well as having a USB device connection point. So one of the takeaways here is that for these devices, all of them are capable of capturing pictures. They're all capable of recording audio, videos, and it's either able to be stored locally or transmitted over the web. So for instance, as far as stored locally, they could store the information locally, go home, and then transmit it over to the web. Some common brand names associated with this would be the MacBook, Dell, HP, Asus, Acer, and the price ranges between $300 and about $3,000 plus dollars. As far as tablets and slates, tablet is becoming a little bit more of the well-known term for this, though slate is still out there. They have operating systems that are the iOS, Windows, Android, BlackBerry, etc. There's becoming a proliferation of operating systems out there. And they usually have an on-screen keyboard to type with. They also have Wi-Fi, internet access, or 3G. And this also could include e-readers, like a Kindle or those types. And those have a 5-inch to 11-inch display with a touchscreen. And those usually have a camera or microphone. They also, many have a USB or like a Bluetooth way of connecting to other devices. And some of them even have what's called an accelerometer or a compass. So there's proliferation there as well. And some of them are even going to be including near-field communication devices. So again, these are capable of capturing pictures, audio, and videos to be stored locally and transmitted over the web. And some common brand names there are the iPad, the Zoom, Kindle, and the HP Slate. And those are a little bit less aggressive in price. They can range from about $100 to $1,000 plus. And the last category that, as I put this together, was the feature or smartphones. And an operating system would be the iOS again, Windows, Android, BlackBerry, Symbian. And many of them have a keyboard or a keypad to type with. And they usually have a 2G, 3G, or 4G. And many of them also have Wi-Fi internet access. Those are usually in a smaller display, 3-inch to 4-inch, and many of them also have a touch screen. They usually have a camera or microphone. And many of them also have HDMI out or a USB connection point. And they include an accelerometer, compass. Many of them also include GPS. And they're, again, capable of capturing pictures, audio, and videos to be stored locally and transmitted over the web. The price range is, some of them are free, actually with a plan, and some of them go up to about $800. So the summary that I'll just leave with for everybody to consider is that all of these devices are usually capable of capturing pictures, audio, video, and are capable of storing that information indefinitely. Also, all of them are usually capable of accessing the web, running applications, and probably most controversially,